What is going on, fellas, and welcome back to the Director of Football, non-league to legend, where we continue as Tigres. We have eventually gotten around to the closing stage. And when I say eventually, I mean it's been 11 days. I did not realise the closing stage came quite so soon after the opening stage finished, but here we are. We did play the friendly game against La Piedad. Piedad? They're called Piedad now. La Piedad. Easy 6-0 win. They're a pretty low ranking team, I want to say. Yeah, Syria Group 1, whatever that means. Absolutely smashed them. Not a bother. Transfer deadline day is today. You don't get a whole heap of time to make transfers. It's like the 20th of December to the 12th of January. That is your transfer window. We also got the draw for our game in the Champions League. We are playing against Guatemalan side Comunicaciones in the CONCACAF Champions League first round. I feel like I was going to say something else there. First knockout round is what I was probably going to say. And transfers have been done. Transfers have been had. I did switch the budget around a little bit so I could try and get my director of football to try and coax him into making some signings, because we really did need players to come in. And players have come in. Players have also left. In the players leaving, you've already heard, you know about Bear, you know about that. Mike Lombard went to Doradas de Sanson, whoever they are. A young goalkeeper who has no chance of making it for us has gone out on loan. Borelli has gone out on a free, as is Galaga, two players you've never really heard of. And Trujillo, who's a bit shit. He's like 24, 26. Not very good. He's gone to Puebla. So that is fine. On the ins, you know about Dayron. Played both games, actually, of the last one, as far as I can remember. Then we signed a guy from the Guadalajara B team for 4.4 million. He's an attacking midfielder, 17 years old. He's only ever played for Guadalajara's second team, which is interesting, but could make an impact for us this season. We've given him the number 10. I have faith that he's going to be a good player. Then a random Brazilian came in from Tupi, just some random lower league Brazilian team. He's not that good. He's got a fantastic first touch, fantastic technique, and he's super determined. Realistic personality is fine. Everything else is pretty average. He's very average, but he's a bit more depth. Not a great goal scorer. To be fair, he's only got 6 finishing, so not really a striker, more of a midfielder, I'd say. But 19 years old, what can you do? Not the worst transfer we could have made. And Victor Hugo Santana from Leones Negros. I think that's the same club that we were chasing some guy. Yeah, Armando. Oh, it's got very bright all of a sudden. Armando Sanchez. He went off to Pachuca, who, might I add, won the opening stage, beating Guadalajara in the two-stage final. 16 finishing. I think he is going to be a very, very, very good striker in the future. Probably would have. Oh, the sun's gotten extremely bright. Excuse me. Yeah, disappointed we missed out on him. But what can you do? You know, it's not much. Well, to be fair, we can't do anything about it. He's gone now. Santana is a goalkeeper. He's pretty crap, to be fair. Says exciting young prospect. I don't think he's ever going to make it in our team anyway. Maybe if he was playing for someone else. Like, his reflexes and natural fitness are very good. 6'4". Nice to have a tall goalkeeper, but he's not going to play ahead of Avalos. So looking at the team, you're going to be sitting there going, Degalado? Why is Degalado playing? Avalos has picked up a 3-week injury. We're down now to 2 weeks. Pulled knee ligaments in training. Beltran is still up to 3 months away, or 3 months away from being back. Juan Jamie picked up a virus. He's out for 2 weeks. Dayron, 2 weeks. Failed the fitness test. Not going to play today. So, not ideal. Blanco is probably the guy I'd prefer to start, but he's not been playing a whole heap of reserve football. I'm actually going to put Deglado as a sweeper keeper and defend. Bravo does sit in the bench today. Italo, new signing, sits this one out, as does Santana. First game of the new season is against Club America, who stole away our best or only attack midfielder at the time. So Aros continues in that position. I might actually play Ozario instead of Juarez. Yeah, am I teaching him to be a box-to-box? I am. I'm kind of thinking that he would be a better playmaker, but he's going to play as... He's too old now to learn to be a playmaker. He is a box-to-box. That's what he's going to do. So I wonder, is Salvador going to play against us today? And if so, what position is he's going to... He starts as an attack midfielder. And they're signed Stone. Chris Stone was a player that we were... Oh, he's worth 10 million! He was a player that my director of football was looking at for a while. I'm just going to step back a little bit while the sun decides to come in my window again. They have Romagnoli. New Romagnoli. Yeah, we're giving Carlos a game today because Alamo didn't play very well in the last couple of games. I can't believe Saldivar is going to play against us on his debut, no less. So I think this is the best team we have for, or the team that's going to give us the best opportunity to win. I'm just hoping that Medina can get some of his goals back, because he hasn't scored in quite some time. I don't even know who this kid, the dude they're talking about, is. So I'm not going to say anything. It's so strange seeing Saldivar playing for a different team now. I don't like it. Harry Naismith, who you might remember from River Plate, the guy who we were told was never going to be good enough to play for River Plate, who ended up playing a bunch of games for us, he's out on loan at Banfield. Came up because he's in my ex-players shortlist. Has agreed to sign for Colón in Argentina. So he's going to continue his Argentinian journey, which is delightful for him. I wish him all the best. We've had another one of those stupid moments where one of our players just heads the ball back across our goal for no apparent reason. And Club America down to 10 men. No, just a yellow. Looked like it was going to be a red by the way the game suddenly stopped and went back to what they were doing. Medina. Yes! Medina back on the score sheet for the first time in probably 7 hours of game time. He hadn't scored for 7 hours. Granados only didn't get that because one of the Club America players stood in front of him. Rodriguez has done fairly well since I decided to put him onto the right side. Aros, Granados, Ozario. Oh, he's hit the woodwork. So we've both sides have hit the woodwork once now. Aras, who just recently turned 33. So, happy birthday, Aras. Never thought you'd make this many appearances for us and become such a key player. But here we are. You're the top scorer for us this season. which is slightly depressing when we have so many good strikers in our team. Sorry about that, fellas. I had to put down the blind because the sun was driving me insane. Where are we? Alright, so we're leading. Alonso with a nice run forward. Medina. Oh, he's remembered how to score, and he's looking like he's going to start actually doing bits again. So it has been far too long since he'd scored properly. I think he'd only scored 1 or 2 the last time he had actually scored as well. 1 or 2? Yeah. I think the last time he scored, he didn't really do all that well. Alonso, why is Alonso backing off? And he's getting back into position, but should have just kept. Oh, there we go. Oh, smarts. That's why he's the player and I'm the manager. Granados takes it on. Oh, to be fair, straight down the middle at the keeper, but good shot nonetheless. Aras whips it in. Keeper with the blockage. Alright, so we go in at half time. 1-0 up. Cantu and Aros not having the best games in the world. But I'll just have a cheeky little word with them. Pull them aside and be like, here, get your shit together, lads. They're already fired up. I might as well just leave them. Let's see what happens. Juarez is sat on the bench. Could come on for Cantu. And Bravo could make his debut today if Aros continues to play poorly. Whips it in. Medina doesn't quite get there. Osario. Cantu. Back to Osario. Oh, that was quite the spectacle. Oh, have I not changed it again? Okay, I need to remember. Somebody, please remind me that I need to take him off shoot often. Aras. Razo only playing today because the injury to Dagan. Oh, Azario. Tell him to shoot less and he scores. The logic is sound. Cantu hadn't been having the best game. Gets an assist to Osario. Beautiful little placed shot. Puts Cantu up to a 6.8. So that's delightful. Aros. Oh, Carlos just puts it wide. Wait, how tall is Carlos? He looks massive. 6'5". He looks so tall compared to everyone else. That's a little crazy. We are going to make a change. Aros is going to come off for Bravo. Rodriguez not having the best of games. I think we leave him on for now. Yeah, we leave him as he is for the time being. Aras was one of his last touches of the game. Razo, Cantu, Osario gets dispossessed, but then dispossesses Stone. Rodriguez back to Cantu. Everyone's just falling over themselves. Medina. Oh, Medina, beautifully placed. Absolutely beautiful. B-E-A. Beautiful. Aros and Cantu just kind of both fell over the same tackle. We are still going to make that change. Aros did make up for his relatively poor showing thus far by having a decent start there. Granados dispossessed, and now the lads are putting the players under pressure. The keeper just hoofs it as hard as possible. Alonso picks it up back to Osario, tries to get it back in, but Alonso picks it up again. Osario into Rodriguez, and Rodriguez puts it in. Oh, this is how we wanted to start the closing stage of the season. Just banging him in from distance. Just banging him in, basically. After this match, we are probably just going to stay and see what happens with the rest of the transfer window, maybe. Might. No, because it's 3:30 game time. The transfer window closes at midnight. Probably slightly too long for the episode. Razo is tired, so we take him off and bring on Beltran. And Cantu is getting tired, so we'll bring on Juarez, make him a Roman playmaker, and that's all our substitutions made. Degalado having a good game, to be fair, 7.1. Ooh, suits you, sir. Bravo having a fine debut, I suppose, for the 17-year-old. Not spectacular, not unspectacular. Teco's just pulled level with Cruz Azul. Whoa! Just saying that he's having a not overly spectacular debut, and he just bops it into the back of net with the free kick, gets cleared back, and then he just bops it as hard as he could into the top corner. What a debut, lad. Saldivar is there going, oh, my debut didn't work out quite as well. I thought Rosario was going to get sent off there for a stupid challenge, but he didn't. Beltran heads clear. We're playing head tennis. Juarez picks it up, hits it forward to nobody. Medina trying to close the keeper down, doesn't get there. Alonso heads it clear again. This is definitely the end of game highlight. Or is it? Mendoza, no, Beltran catches him, takes the ball off his foot. Stone, Solis, it's going to be cleared, and Saldivar, I'll allow it. Saldivar scores against us. Caps a poor game for Club America, but a debut goal for our ex-player Saldivar. Well done, lad. You deserve it. Bravo. What a debut to have. Comes on, plays 28 minutes plus the stoppage time, so just over half an hour, and scores a beauty of a goal. Alright, lads, you got one. I gave you one. Alright. Well done, lads. That was a fantastic result. Medina got man of the match, so I'm going to praise him. That's the sort of reaction I was after. Good job, buddy. Good job indeed. Dominant win. Bravo. Literally just drive. Could learn to play as a striker. 6 finishing. Probably not. Medina. He did, to be fair. Medina actually played like he knew how to play football. Yeah, they're asking about Blanco, I'm going to say second choice goalkeeper. Third choice on this, like according to Pato. I think he's better off staying at the club, so I said he's not going to go out on loan. If somebody comes in and wants to loan him, they can take him on loan. Not a problem. We do have 6 hours left, so what I will do is I'll come back when the window is... when the transfer window closes, and we'll have a look to see who we signed, who we sold, if there's anything that happens on transfer deadline day, because we have already brought in like 3 players today. Yeah, we've all our transfers have come into... He literally arrived at the club and made his debut. Fair fucks to you, lad. Right, we will be back in just a second to see how that start to... or how the end of the transfer window goes. So I'll see you guys in just a second for that. Alright fellas, we're back. Completely pointless in leaving. We continued twice and the transfer window shut. So I think it was gone for a minute, maybe 2. Nothing happened. We did have an offer in for a player, and the club offered him a new contract and he took it. So we lost out on a very versatile player. Could play as a right winger, left winger, or central midfielder. Would have been nice to have, but what can you do? Anybody who's been here since the River Plate days will recognise Lionel Irlan, because he was one of our players who we didn't play very often, to be fair, joined Pachuca in Mexico, has now gone to Sporting Club Portugal. So we've during my time in, he doesn't like me, or maybe he does. We'd have to scout him. But he's gone to Sporting. We made no more transfers. We did go in for this guy, Armando Roman. Can play across the middle. I would have had to teach him to play further forward. It says he would have been a useful signing. 3.8 million, a lot of money. So I'm not overly bothered, to be fair. The next game now, I think we probably... Do we just jump ahead? We do have... we finished the season against Tecos. Oh, that could be a delightful game to finish the season on. Do we just jump ahead to Club Leon Comunicaciones, or do we just play both legs? I think we play... Yeah, we just play both legs of the CONCACAF Champions League. That's the most important thing right now. That's what we're aiming for. So we will be back for the Comunicaciones games in tomorrow's episode, which will hopefully, unless something mad happens, like unless we have like horrendous form, and I might come back for an earlier game, like Pachuca would be an interesting game to come back for. But the Comunicaciones games will be tomorrow's episode. Like I said, unless something interesting happens, because that's what we're trying to do here. We're just trying to win the CONCACAF Champions League. We win that, I move to whichever country or whichever continent I feel like doing next. Anyway, like I said, I didn't say it. I haven't said it yet. If you have enjoyed, please make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, share with all of your friends. If you don't like the videos, then be sure to hit the dislike button. Leave a comment telling me what you didn't like with the video. I always want to improve. So if you can tell me something that I don't know, then I'd be able to maybe fix it. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next one.